So again, why are the lichens growing preferentially onto the balsam fir as opposed to these spruce species over here? Well, if you look at the bark of the spruce is scaly, whereas the balsam fir is a very smooth bark, like the sugar maple. Here's a different species of usnea growing on a little spruce tree. That's another thing. Different species of lichen are much more likely to grow on specific species of trees. And that's because of the pH and other factors. But if I haven't said it, and I don't think I have, the lichen does no damage to the tree. In fact, lichen are very good for the forest floor. Many of our Acadian forests are predominantly coniferous, and the lichens serve to enhance the soil. They fix nitrogen. The foliage of the lichen will, if you can call it that, will slough off on occasion and supplement the forest soil. So lichens is a good thing all around. And please don't consider a tree to be ill because it has a bit of lichen on it. Sophie and I have now turned back, and we're following our tracks. And the nice thing about turning back is that you get to see your trees from a different angle, from a different side. So in fact, you don't need to go all the way around the tree on your way up, because on the way back you get to see the other side of the tree. And one thing people are often surprised at is how different the lichen is on the other side of the tree. You get different populations of lichen on different sides of the tree and also at different heights. So it's really hard to get bored if you're somebody who's interested in lichen. One thing I think it's really important to reiterate is that you must not cross over your tracks if you're going to be doing this in the woods. If you cross over your tracks, you can get yourself lost. So if I see my tracks, because I tend to wander a great deal looking at all this interesting stuff, I just avoid them. And if it gets to the point where I'm clearly not going to be able to avoid it, that's the time to turn around and go home. And with my particular beaver tail snowshoes, I don't know if you can see that, but it's very clear when I'm following them back to where I started, because the long, thin point at the back is now what I'm following. Here's a great example of a tree whose beauty I did not appreciate on my way. It has got that beautiful yellow speckle belly going on. It has got, of course, your standard Loberia pulmonaria. It's got this stuff, and I'm not claiming to know my lichen that well. I just know what I haven't seen very much of, and that's all you need to know too, so that when you see something new, you can get excited. Not because you know the name of it, but because you don't. And here's another one. Now, I don't know if that's that same Loberia that we were seeing earlier, but a much smaller version, but it's got little white hairs underneath it, and furry and everything else. So that's kind of an exciting one. And then we've got the black lichen in here. See that? That's all lichen. It's all black in here. And oh my gosh, this is just a lovely one. So as you go up and around the tree, you're getting all kinds of different things going on. And that, as I say, is the fun of lichen. What I've done is I've deliberately come back to this tree where I know that Loberia is growing to compare it with that other lichen. So when I take a look back at this film, I'll just take a look and I'll see, does it have those same little hairs growing underneath it? Is it the same color, consistency? You know, this is obviously a much bigger growth. Are the lobes the similar size? Now, to my untrained eye, because I'm not trained, I'm just having fun with this, I don't think it is the same stuff. It doesn't have the same type of hairs underneath it or nothing. So there you go. My own little private investigation. And there's that beautiful, beautiful yellow-bellied stuff, which is not an easy thing to find. And what is the best type of dog to take with you on your snowshoe adventures? Why, a black lab, of course, and this is Sophie, and that's because they have their own internally built snowshoes. Yeah, Labradors have webbed feet.